Hello. This week's case that I decided to do was the case of Averill Jr. versus Luttrell. Basically, it was some background on the game or the case. They were playing in a baseball game. Averill played for the Nashville Vols, and Luttrell played for Chattanooga Shootouts. Basically, the Nashville Vols pitcher, he was actually from Chattanooga in this game. So people already thought there was a little bit of beef between both sides because of that already. But basically, what happened is that pitcher is pitching. Luttrell is the batter for Chattanooga, and Averill Jr. is actually the catcher for the Vols. So basically, what happens is that the pitcher threw three breaking balls or off-speed pitches that have a little movement on them, so a little curveball, maybe a sliders, something that comes out the player originally and then like curves back in. So basically, the first three pitches were really close to hitting Luttrell, and he avoided all three of them, but he was getting frustrated because he felt like he was being targeted. So then the fourth pitch that the pitcher throws is actually a pitch that hits him, or it hits him right on his behind, on his butt area. So because of this, Luttrell is unhappy. He throws his bat towards the pitcher, but without even thinking, the catcher comes into play with blindsides Luttrell, hits him in the head, and he's on the ground. At the same time, both benches are clearing. Dugouts are clearing. Chattanooga's out there. Nashville's out there. Both teams are out there. Just a brawl that you normally see on TV and baseball and stuff like that. But this one was so bad that police actually had to come out and break it up to make it end. Um, Basically, afterwards, I mean, um, Averill was suspended for the rest of the game. Luttrell got taken to the hospital. Um, Afterwards, Luttrell, because of the whole incident, he decided to sue both Averill Jr. and also sue the Nashville Vols because he felt like they were part of in on it in a sense because they're the organization that Averill played for. So originally, uh, both Averill Jr. and the Nashville Vols organization, they both were found guilty because of the incident. And then Averill Jr. did not try to appeal. He felt like he basically blindsided Luttrell, so he knew that he was guilty, so he didn't even try to go against anything like that. But the Nashville Vols actually did try to appeal because they felt like, yes, Averill Jr. was a member of the organization, but he wasn't doing what the Nashville Vols like intended him to do. Um, Basically, yes, he was part of the team, but the team had no control over what Averill Jr. was about to do. There was no time for them to chase him down, stop him, clear his head, or anything like that. It was all on Averill Jr., not Nashville Vols. So they don't send that kind of message to Averill telling him to do that kind of stuff. He just decided to do that on his own. So basically, how I feel about the whole thing, uh, I mean, actually, the court did finally change, or the appeal was won by Nashville Vols, so he didn't. The organization did not get in trouble anymore. Basically, how I agree with what the court's rulings were. I agree that they thought that Averill Jr. should be sued because of the situation, because he was the one that threw the punch that knocked him out. So, there should be some punishment behind that. You hit a player. Yeah, it's in the game, but you still abuse somebody from the other team, and that's not acceptable. I also agree with the court's ruling on the organization, strictly based on the fact that the organization had no time to step in and do anything like take charge in that. There is no time between the catcher and the batter. That's a short distance. There's no time for the organization to step in and make sure nothing like that happens. And the organization shouldn't be punished. They don't uh, want that kind of things going on. That's not no organization says to hit somebody or anything like that. And then from a coaching standpoint, you don't want any of your players to do something like that to where it comes back on you for you getting sued, making it look like you were the one telling your players to do that. The players represent the school, or the players represent the coaches, and the coaches represent the school. It's all goes hand in hand. Everybody's representing the name on the front of the jersey. and you don't want anything coming back to haunt you by any means. So, I mean, obviously the player should be punished. If I was the coach, I would have punished the player as well. The organization should punish the players because it just looks bad on the organization as a whole, obviously, because that's why they were originally getting sued as well. So hopefully, from a coaching standpoint, or organization, or AD, or a school standpoint, you don't want any of this stuff to happen. Your players are representing you, your school, your community. So hopefully, there's no situations like this that happen to anybody that we know. But if so, I hope that you just have your butt covered as a coaching staff. Make sure that you address this with your players. Make sure this is unacceptable behavior, and go from there. Thank you.